Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. We got another episode coming at you. Today we are going to put together the frame, put the new tires on the wheels, and clean up the wheels and hubs. We're going to polish with them all together. I went ahead and kind of got started. I had a little bit of an operational procedure and throw in a helicoil in one of the holes in the chain slider bracket. Was giving me a little trouble, so I had to drill it out and put a helicoil in it, and then I just went ahead and put the chain guide or chain slider and the chain guide and the swing arm on the frame, so I had a little counterbalance. Because what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fit the forks into the frame and have like the front end put together. So we're gonna have the front wheel and the forks and the front end put together. I'll show you how far I got so far. Did he nip you? It's okay, keep your fingers back. Oh look, she's got babies in there. Yeah, there you go. So this is the progress I made. It took just a couple minutes to throw these pieces together. I got the triple clamps in with the new steering stem bearings, and then the counterweight for that, because it was a little top heavy. It was pulling the tipping the stand. I went ahead and put the swing arm on and the chain slider and the chain guide, and then we also have the knuckle on down there. So we'll probably clean up the rear shock as well and get that in there so that we can have it all together, so we can at least make it a rolling chassis. But let's go ahead and put that front end together and swap over the tires and clean both of these, this one and that wheel. All right. So first we'll remove the valve. Soak this puppy down. It's also a really good time to clean if you haven't already. Take off the nut and the washer, set it aside. We're going to replace that because it's all rusty. And some people use a tire changing stand too. I just use a plastic milk crate. Again, the plastic doesn't damage the hubs or the spokes, and it lets me slide it around. So once you have the tire off, pull the tube out. We're going to take this over to the bench and clean this wheel up. Cleaned up as good as it's going to get. I think I'm probably going to end up replacing dug the blue hubs anyways. But for now, we will go with what we have to get it rolling. And we'll put the rim lock in, put the new bolt on it that's not rusty, with the washer, and just leave it loose. Then we will get the new tire that I put in the sun, soak it down. What I usually do is I push down on it to open that up, put the bead lock down in there. And as long as you grease it up good enough, it should just pop right in there. Just roll it, and it pops in. Get it to the point to where you're ready to try on it. You really just need one good pop, so try not to scratch your wheel. Push it over. There you go. Use a little more soap on the other side. Now that you got one bead in, turn it over. Take your tube. And I always fold mine like that. And then I can push it up in the tube. And I'll do that all the way around, so whenever the air pressure goes in, it unfolds and opens up. So there's no real easy way to do this. You basically start where the valve stem goes through, push your tube in there. Strongly suggest wearing gloves because it will tear up your knuckles. And this is why we put the tire in the sun or warm it up first, because you want it as flexible as possible. Lube it up. Once you get all the way around to the bead lock, push up on the bead lock so it doesn't get jammed, and then push down on that last little section, and your tire's on. Soak the outside of the wheel, put your valve in so that it'll hold the bead if it's about ready to pop on. Get it in there tight. Wear some safety glasses in case something goes wrong. And put some air in it. You're gonna see the bead pop around all the way around. Might even hear it. That was pretty simple. What you're looking for is this little lip all the way around the edge to be even. Not sure if you can see that, but this lip cleaned off. Some Honda Bright on it, set the pressure, and we'll go install the forks. You just want to move on, do the same thing with the rear tire. Alright, I apologize ahead of time if the compressor kicks on, but hopefully it doesn't, and you'll get to see this bead pop on. This tire's warm though, so it might not pop. So, I'll turn it this way and give some air. Pop out up there. Oh, nice. That one's on too. Okay. So now we just need to set the pressure. I run my rear tire at 12 to 13 depending on the terrain. This is going to be a woods bike, so we're going to have it a little bit higher, so I'll probably put it around 15 to 17. So for this bike, I got a Vortex 49 tooth. Stock is 48. A lot of people run 1350 on these. I wanted a little bit more top end, so I went in between the Super Torque 50 and the nice run out 48 that the stock puts on there, or that the factory puts on there, and we went with the 49. And every time you take your sprocket off, you should always change your sprocket lock bolts, because they come with permanent Loctite on them, and you don't want to have to keep reusing those if you don't have to. So this is only $8, and this is on clearance for like $35. So we're going to put a fresh hub setup on this bike. with some wax, and it's ready to go on the bike. That is going to be all for this weekend. Made some good progress on here. Got both tires on, got both wheels cleaned up. That was a flippin' chore. We got the forks on, the triple clamps on, the swing arm on, and yeah, I think the next step will be potentially figuring out how to seat the engine in here. Well, I have to put the graphics on the plastics that we have in the corner over there. We got the Polysport Restyle kit, so that'll look pretty good. I think I'm going to actually borrow the fender off of this one and get a 2014 number plate and use that 2014 fender and 14 number plate on here. It's just a little sharper. Other than that, yeah, that's it for this weekend. Thanks, we'll see you next time.